Okay, gang, it's Saturday, another beautiful day. I've got Priscilla stripped down all the way down to the throttle body, and I got the old banjo bolts out. A little bit of complication. I got worried about my the new bolts, but because when I started to thread them in, it stopped after a couple turns. But I think what it is the old Loctite. I got to clean out the old Loctite in the threads. See them? And look, I already have some buildup in my throttle body. See that? So I want to clean that out real good. Look, I got a little buildup just from the little tooling around I do in my neighborhood. I got a little buildup already. See? So anyway, I'm glad I'm doing this now instead of waiting. I got a movie on. I got my fans on. I know it's loud in here, so here's my strip down. Here's the old everything stripped down. I went over to Smitty's to get the grind. This is what I'm going to use to cut my the braided line when I get to that point. But the first thing I want to do is clean out those holes in the heads to make ready to put my banjo bolts on. And I want to make sure that there's no problems with those. So that's the next thing I want to do. All right, I'll leave you with that. I'll do a bunch of shorts. I'm going to turn the camera off, but I'll do a bunch of shorts if I need to. All right, so far so good. So sit tight. Hold on. All right, Harbor Freight to the rescue again. I just they had a sale on there. You know, they have sales on all the time, so I just got a cheapy set of these. I don't know, I think they were like $2 for 4 of them. Anyway, this was a real help in getting that old Loctite out. That's why a little Loctite goes a long way. You don't want to gob a whole bunch of Loctite in there. And I covered my opening to my throttle body because I was using my air compressor to get those out, to clean out those ports in there. So they're pretty clean. Not totally clean, but they're pretty clean. So I am going to, I don't know if I'm going to dry fit them. I think I might dry fit the new bolts first, just to see if I can get it threaded down a little bit to where I feel comfortable. Then I'll back them out, put a little Loctite on there. And I'm also going to put that, the orange washer on. And I decided to not put on this plate. This plate right here, I decided not to put this plate back on. But of course, just the main backing plate. I'm not going to put this plate on because I don't think there's a need for it. I'm going to use the gasket, of course, and I'll put the gasket on back here, but I don't think I'm going to put this plate back on. All right, so what I'm going to do, here's my old bolt, right? That's the original, and I mean, if you look at it, it looks pretty darn right on. So. See, threads and everything looks pretty good. All right, so let me deal with that, and we'll come back. All right, hold on. Okay, so they're still not threading in real nice yet, so I'm going to clean some more out, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to put Loctite back in because it's a pretty stout bolt, and I think the bolt, well, I might change my mind on that. I wanted to get it thread nice. I don't know if I might re-tap these. I don't know. They're just, they might just be a little bit bigger. And of course, that's aluminum, that's cast. You don't want to mess around with that. Look, I'll give you an example how. Now this side's cleaner. That side's cleaner. This side is not as clean. All right? So it'll start, but it stops right there. This side, because it's cleaner, will go in a little further. See that? It's going in a little bit further. But it gets real, I mean, I'm doing this hand tight, so there, it goes in further. Yeah, this, I don't know, I think the Loctite may be hindering it, I'm hoping. Hold on a sec, let me pause you. All right, I think I'm on the right track because I'm putting the banjo bolt back in, and the same thing is happening to the bolt. So, I think it's the Loctite. See, the same thing happens. You get it threaded nicely, of course. Okay, there we go. See, hand tight up to about, yeah, so that's almost, that's going a lot further in. Then I take it out. I'm just showing you all this just because, you know, this is an important step. You don't want to mess around with this aluminum casting. Oh, hold on. Okay. See, the same thing is happening on this side that was happening with that new bolt. It goes in a little ways, and then it comes up against some of the old Loctite that's in that thread, and it stops. So I think I'm on the right track. I'm going to clean these threads out a little bit more, and if I do Loctite it, it's going to be a very little bit. All right, and look, I put a blanket down just in case I drop something, and you know, got this covered because you don't want anything going in there, because I'm using my air gun, right? So we'll come back. I'm feeling pretty good about it so far, so sit tight. All right, gang, making a little progress. I cleaned them out again real good. This side is definitely going in nicer than this side. But I take this side out, right? See, it's going in several threads. And I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing instead of watching you guys. So yeah, you don't want to cross thread these. So this side, see, this is nice and easy. I don't know if I want to take my tap to it. I don't know if I want to. No, I'm not taking my tap to this. I'm talking about taking my tap to this. No, I ain't gonna do that. But see, I get the same result with the original, with the stock banjo bolt. With this, watch, see, this will go in. Careful not to cross thread. See, and it goes in a few. Well, this cleans up a little bit. See, this is a little bit nicer. Yeah. So maybe I'll get the tap out and clean up these threads a little bit. Maybe that. I just don't want to crack that casting. Who wants to do that? Not me. All right, let me try that and see if it's gonna be too much of a pain. I'll think of something else. All right, hold on. Okay, I found a good tap for it. It's a 1/2 inch, and I can feel resistance. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these bolts up, these threads, because they're a little bit, yeah, it's giving me resistance. So I'm going to just go ahead and clean them up a little bit, and that might make all the difference in the world. All right, so I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this part 2, and we'll stop there, and I'll start up when we get a little bit further along. All right, sit tight. More to come.